So I'll be coasting, I'm roller coasting through my emotions.
Hey guys, and welcome to this video. This is gonna be like a kind of like a get ready with me video, but basically I'm just getting ready for work, and I wanted to show you guys like my everyday routine that I do makeup wise, getting ready for work, like my everyday makeup routine basically. So I'm just gonna kind of take you through the products that I use. I've been using a lot lately. So earlier I did do a face mask, and then I got into the shower and I washed it off. So when I got out of the shower, I did already tone and moisturize my face. So I am all prepped and ready to go. So we'll just go ahead and move on from there. Alright, so actually my lips are feeling like kind of dry right now, so I'm gonna use my Rosebud Salve. Well, this one's actually the Minted Rose Lip Balm from Smith's. I have like little pot ones, and then I also have the like tube ones. I have these everywhere. Like I have one in my car, I have one in my purse, I have one here. Like literally I have it like everywhere I go because this is my favorite lip moisturizer. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. So I'm going to use the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and it's just kind of like a tinted primer. It kind of reminds me of the, it has like a medicine-y smell. I'm really not like a fan of the smell. But I just wanted to kind of give this a try because I've heard a lot of people really like this primer. And I do have like larger pores like in this area like most people do. But yeah, it's just like a tinted smoothing primer. And then I also like to use a setting spray as well after I put my primer on, because I like to use it before and after my makeup. It just makes me feel like it's really going to be locked in. It's just a thing that I have. And I really don't look this ghostly in real life, I promise. So I'm just going to use this one here. This is the Urban Decay Quick Fix setting spray. Just give a couple pumps. This one ew. This one also has like a, not like a medicinal smell, but it's just not a good smell, I guess. I don't know, it has like a weird scent to it. Why do I look so pale? This lighting is washing me out, because I promise you I'm not as pale as it looks like on my screen right now. So while we let that settle in, I'm going to go in with my brow pencil. This is the NYX Microbrow in the shade Black. And it's just a really nice thin brow pencil. And I'm just going to start out by carving the underneath side of my brow. So kind of going along its natural line and just like sharpening that line. And then I'm going to start like about 2/3 of the way in, and then kind of sharpen the top line. And sometimes I make this arch a little too much. Sometimes, like after I do one, I'll go switch the arch of the other one. I just try to make it match as much as possible. My brows, like most people's brows, are not like even whatsoever, but I try to make them look as even as possible. And then I'll just kind of run through the front, doing like upward flicks, trying to make it look as natural as possible. And then just combing it out. So yeah, sorry if my eyes look a little bit puffy. Like I was crying earlier. I was watching TV. I'm like the most emotional person ever. Literally, like if I see somebody crying and I feel like it's a genuine, like they're in their feelings, like I have like a lot of empathy, I guess it is. So like I put myself in other people's shoes. Like if I just feel a lot, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Like even in movies or anything, even if it's not real, like if it feels real for me, like I'll feel the feelings. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like My best friend still to this day makes fun of me because when this Christmas came out, we went to go see it, and there's a scene in there where Chris Brown is like standing up to his mom, because I think he wanted to be, I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I think he wanted to like be a singer. He wanted to sing or something, and his mom just wasn't about it. And so there was a scene where he like stood up to her like, no, like I want to be a singer. Like it was like a touching scene, but nothing where it's like you're supposed to, I don't think it was like meant to make you cry. But for some reason I just felt like his passion for singing, and like I don't know why, but I cried. And still to this day my friend makes fun of me. She's like, that wasn't even like a sad scene. Like I'm just a crybaby, okay? Like I feel when other people feel. So yeah, literally any like show or movie or anything where it's supposed to be like a really touching scene, trust me, I'll be bawling my eyes out. But like my mom's the same way, so I think I get it from her. She cries like more than I do. I'm like, girl, I thought I was bad. And then my boyfriend's just like, you're such a crybaby. I'm like, why are you crying right now? Like, I don't know. So yeah, I was watching the reel. I was catching up on it, and Jeannie Mai was talking about how her and her husband are getting divorced, and I felt so sad because she was crying, and it was just so sad. So I was crying along with her, feeling her pain. So now I'm just going to take the Sonja Kashuk Hidden Agenda Concealer Palette. I've had this for like years. Pretty much just take whichever one. I typically go for this one, but it really doesn't matter. And I'm just going to use that to clean up underneath my brow. And just really sharpen it up. Then I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Brow Plumper Stylist thing. I don't know, it's just like, I just use it as like a setting gel. It adds a little bit of color, but nothing like super intense. So now I'm going to move on to foundation. Honestly, for my foundation, it kind of changes up throughout the day depending on like what I'm into, what's like in my reach. It just kind of changes. So today I think I'm just going to mix the Sonja Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. Because I think that this Sonja Kashuk one is a little too light for me. I'm still like in between my summer and like winter shade. So I'm like losing my tan, but I'm not completely like pale yet. So I am going to mix a little bit of my summer shade in the Milani. Does that make sense? Do you understand where I'm going with this? And then whatever's on my finger, I just dot onto my face. And then I'll blend out what's on my face because I don't want it to dry. But basically, I'll just tap it into my sponge. And I start on my cheeks because I feel like that's where I need the most coverage. Because that's where I have like the most pigmentation from like old acne scarring and things like that. So I just work on my cheeks first. And then take it inwards and upwards and all of that. But most of the product I want on my cheeks where it can get the most coverage. So now I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the shade Tan Sand. I finally found a shade that made me like the concealer, because I feel like I always just got too light of a shade and it just looked way too dramatic because it's super heavy. Like if you have the wrong color, it's just going to look super heavy and just like terrible. But I finally got the right shade, so like I understand why people are obsessed with it, because it really is good if it looks like, if it blends in well. I'm not going to say it looks natural because like this is some super like pigmented high coverage stuff, but it blends in well. So I'm gonna blend out the middle of my face while I let my like under eye concealer dry a little bit, because that's when you're gonna get like the most coverage. So as you can see, like my everyday makeup isn't necessarily like super natural. It's just toned down, I guess you could say. So I like to blend it out with my finger first to kind of warm up the product a little bit, kind of get it into my skin, and then I'll really blend it out with that sponge. So what I intend to use to like set my highlight areas is the Makeup Revolution banana powder. So I'm just going to take some of that and place it underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to bake for like literally less than a minute, because I find if I really like, I don't understand how some people can leave it there and like just let it sit there for like 10 minutes, because it just looks super cakey and like heavy underneath my eyes if I do that. So I just kind of like to put it in and really let it set and then wipe it away super quickly so it doesn't look super powdery in the areas that I bake. Because if I let it sit there for a minute, like, or longer than a minute, it starts to just look super cakey and doesn't blend off a lot. So now I'm going to take the Physcians Formula Butter Bronzer and just use this to kind of warm up my face, bring some color back. This for me is even almost like non-existent, so if you're any darker, like it's not gonna show up. And this is like the darker one of the two, so they really, I think, need to have like a darker shade in this, because this one is even like super subtle on me and I'm not like even close to dark. So this is a form, if you could get that together, that would be nice. You feel me? But I like it just because it gives me like a super subtle like look for bronzing, and then I'll just go in and kind of like contour. So I'm going to use the Sleek Face Form palette for my contour, and I just use this color over here. I don't really think I need to do the tops of my, I actually think I probably shouldn't do the top of my head, because my cheeks are so much, like my face is so round and my cheeks go out so much more than my forehead, that if I like contour my cheeks and I leave my forehead alone, it'll like even out. I don't know. I'm just like so used to seeing people do it that I always like did it, even though honestly you only contour where you need. I would just like contour because everybody said like, oh, this is the method to contour, but like not everybody needs like forehead contour, or like I definitely need to like contour out this double chin. But you know, if you already have a defined jaw, like there's really no point in contouring, because you already have that definition there. Like the contouring is supposed to help bring definition. You already have the definition, you really don't need it. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and do the eyes, and it's super easy. I just prime my eyes because even though I'm not using like a lot of shadow, I'm pretty much just putting bronzer in the crease. Like I still need eye primer because it will crease. Like it will get super oily and my bronzer will crease up and it will just look super nasty. So no matter what, even if I'm doing the most basic simple eye look, I have to prime, or else my eyelids get greasy and oily and just gross. So I'm just gonna use my NARS primer, go in with that banana powder because that's just what I have here, and set that. And then I'm just going to go in with the Sleek Makeup Face Form palette and just use that same contour color. And I'm just going to use a really fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to place that into the crease and just blend it out. So basically we're just adding a little bit of definition to our eyes. And that's it. So I don't use like a lid color. I'll use whatever highlight that I'm using. I'll place that onto the inner corner and the brow bone. But you see between this eye and that eye, like it just adds a little bit of shadow and just gives like a super natural look, like put together look. So it still looks like you like tried and, you know, like you put some effort into it, but you weren't there like all day. Like you didn't just do your whole, like how weird would it look if I just did like all my face makeup and then had like no eye makeup? I mean, some people might roll that way, but I just like some type of definition in my eyes to bring the look together. Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of mascara on, and this is the L'Oreal, oh sorry, wait, is it L'Oreal? Yeah, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. I don't really curl my lashes or anything, just because my eye makeup isn't super dramatic, so you can see the mascara and the lashes, and I don't like have a problem with them curling under or anything. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's an extra step that I don't find super necessary on like the day-to-day, in my opinion. But again, this is all personal preference. Like, if you want to curl your lashes, curl your lashes. Like, this is just what I do, like, on a day-to-day. Especially, like, when I do this, sometimes I only have, like, 20 minutes to get ready. So I'm not trying to take, like, extra steps that might take up time. Alright, so I just literally went through the rest of the video and I got all the way to the end and I went to go press the stop record button and it already stopped recording. So I don't know where the video cut off. So I don't know what part you guys got cut off on. So I'll just kind of go through what I did. So I just put on the MAC Melba Blush. I'm not sure if you guys saw that part, but yeah, for my blush I just went ahead and popped on a little bit of MAC Melba Blush. Then I went ahead and I sprayed my face with the Urban Decay Quick Fix Setting Spray really quickly, let it dry a little bit, and then I went in with the Becca highlighter in Priseco Pop that I got from my last BoxyCharm, and I just hit my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, and then the inner corner of my eye, and then right underneath my brow bone. So that's the rest of what I did. This is basically just like my everyday makeup. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how much time I spend, like how neat I want to be, I guess you could say. I like it just because it's like super light makeup compared to like my other makeup, like my more dramatic makeup when I try to like, you know, focus on the eyes and stuff like that. Like, I have my base down, my face pretty much takes me like 5 minutes to do. So when I do like a light natural eye, it just like makes it super quick, so I don't have to like focus on blending out eyeshadows and all that stuff. So I just like this as an everyday because it's super quick and easy, super simple, it goes with everything, and I can get out the door super fast. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know down below in the comments what videos you guys want to see. Also, let me know what your favorite go-to makeup product is for your everyday makeup tutorial, because I would love to know. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
But I'll keep your number safe, cause I hope one day you'll get the sense to call me. I'm hoping that you'll say you're missing me the way I'm missing you.